Hey, would you look at that? Just shy of 2 years, we're actually getting some arrests. Arizona woman pleads guilty to sophisticated ballot harvesting scheme in Arizona. Huh. It's almost like there was an audit and a recount and all that stuff, and everybody assured us that everything was fine and on the up and up. Nothing funny was happening in Arizona at all. And then why would this lady, all of a sudden, Guillermina Fuentes, I wonder if she knows Nick or anything like that. Fucking nobody's taking credit for that fucking cum detective. Anyways, a woman, an Arizonan woman to be specific, has pleaded guilty to using her position in the Democratic Party to illegally harvest ballots in a ballot abuse scheme. Huh. Cool. Where can we go ahead and start sending our apology letters? This is just gonna get memory hold anyways. Don't fucking worry about it. Guillermina Fuentes. Yeah, the 66-year. She's 66. Jesus. Tough years. Former mayor of San Luis. Former mayor of the Democrat. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Arizona pleaded guilty on June 2nd to one count of ballot abuse for her role in the August 2020 primary election ballot harvesting scheme, according to Arizona Attorney General's office. Arizona's Attorney General's office investigation said that the operation was sophisticated. Okay, so it was the Attorney General's office that said it was sophisticated. Fuentes here was, I don't know, she was just a cog in the bigger machine, the grander machine, of course. They was just trying to get out ahead of this, right? Okay. Scheme involved early ballots from other voters that were collected and deposited into a ballot box on primary election day, the office said. Fuentes' plea came as a result of an ongoing election fraud investigation conducted by the Arizona Attorney General's Office Election Integrity Unit. She was indicted in December of 2020 and had just in 2022, June 2nd, 2022, pleaded. Yeah, real fucking timely investigations we have going on here. Fuentes of Yuma County is the owner of a local construction business. Oh, cool. Yes, the legitimate businessman's construction business, right? Wasn't Tony Soprano like the fucking manager of a waste disposal business? Yeah, okay, cool. Former mayor of San Luis, Arizona, and a Democratic precinct committee person. Can't make this up, kids. She admitted to knowingly collecting early ballots from four persons who is not her family member, household member, or caretaker on or about, Jesus, that's hard to say, August 4th, 2020, the day of the primary election, according to her plea agreement. All right. Fuentes has further admitted that the early ballots were later provided to Alma Juarez, who pleaded guilty in January to one count of ballot abuse, a misdemeanor with a maximum sentence of 6 months with probation available, according to Juarez's plea agreement. That's probably exactly what she got in here. Just, don't go too far. We'll just slap you on the rest. We'll get somebody else later. Former mayor will be sentenced to community service June 30th. Fuentes told the Epoch Times on Friday that her charge was a result of a political witchcraft and that her political opponents hated her. Yeah, but you still got indicted, and then you plead out. So, yeah, interesting. In response to the press inquiry by the Times, Fuentes' attorney called Arizona's ballot abuse law a race-based, ongoing anti-democratic statewide national voter suppression effort. Yeah, no, exactly. Taking ballots from other people who don't live with you and who you have no familial connection with. Yeah, no, that is purely an anti-democratic and very racist, very sexist, very misogynistic policy that you have there. That's on the books that probably you had very good knowledge of, considering you're a former fucking mayor, after all. But what else are they finding out there in the desert? Well, the Election Integrity Group unveils findings on ballot trafficking in Arizona. Weird. We just talked about this not that long ago, so now we have more results coming out of this. The Election Integrity Group, True the Vote, presented Arizona lawmakers with cell phone tracking data showing alleged ballot traffickers visited drop boxes in two of the state's largest counties no less than 5,700 times during the 2020 election. Well, we started the project. We didn't know what we would find, Catherine Engelbright, the Texas group's founder and president. We began to think that it was a realistic expectation of threshold for when going to a drop box too many times. I don't know. When did you start to figure out that maybe they were visiting drop boxes a little bit too frequently, right? After 12, 14, 3,600 times, probably something like that. Not entirely sure though. Okay, we wanted to focus on clear, narrow data set and to demonstrate extreme outlier behavior. The group's investigators settled on 10 visits as an actual number, but here in Arizona, they went an average of 21 times. It seems like a little bit more than 10. Okay, twice in fact. And plus one. Engelbrecht told the panel of state legislatures on May 31st, lawmakers, all Republicans, those dastardly right-wingers trying to uphold the law, vowed to move forward with HB 2289 to make ballot drop boxes illegal in Arizona. No, why would you want to do that? It's not like anybody's been arrested or plead to a ballot harvesting or anything like that. No, of course not. The only thing I would like to see come out of this meeting is people going to jail, said State Representative Kwong Win. Wow, I would just like to see people cuffed. Don't ask for much now, do ya? The presentation was delayed 45 minutes while Arizona Democratic legislatures scrambled to try to find an excuse for their terrible behavior, wrangled over proposed gun control. Listen, that has nothing to do with this presentation that we're on about. Oh no, we need gun control, which is not at all popular in Arizona, by the way. Okay. Might be for the Californians passing through, but yeah, get fucked. This is political grandstanding, which I find shameful. Yeah, no, it's Democrats, of course. They wake up every morning and they're shameful. Said Democratic State Representative Mark Fincham. Heard from him before. They're trying to suspend the rules, which is always a bad idea, to bring forward a bill that hasn't gone to committee and that has not had any vetting whatsoever. It's not going to happen. During the 90-minute presentation, okay, cool, you really filibustered quite effectively, right? We're going to go ahead and grandstand for 45 minutes. It's an hour and a half presentation. Just fucking take your pet project and go fuck off. I don't know. Dance around on the parking lot for a minute, you retards. Engelbrecht and the True the Vote data investigator Greg Phillips, former head of Mississippi Department of Human Services. He crossed state lines to do this analysis, so you can't trust any of it. Described the group's investigation into the so-called mules. Interesting. Mules. Where have we heard that before? How many mules are we talking here? 1,900? 2,100? Some number in the middle of that? Illegal ballot runners and the role of NGOs may have played to commit 2020 election. Fun word. I don't want to get fucking clipped, okay? Okay. Let's let you guys figure that out, or maybe read along out there as well. The investigation focused on two of the state's largest counties, Maricopa and Yuma. Yuma. Who is a mayor that recently pled to... Anyways... And on a unique visit to ballot boxes using cell phone tracking technology to develop patterns of life for each alleged ballot trafficker. I hate the fact that there's such specific cell phone data that can be easily accessible by just people doing the Lord's work, let's be completely honest, exposing the different improprieties that happens during elections. But the fact that they can just track you down to your every single movement using cell phone data, that should send a chill up anybody else's spine, but we lost that battle a long fucking time ago, but whatever. You don't need the government to be tracking your every single move, just to rely on, I don't know, people still use Boost? AT&T, there we go. They're the ones in the know. We resolved to find a path that we would measure that would be useful to law enforcement. Makes sense. Thanks, Engelbrecht. The study used October 7th and November 3rd as the time frame. In 2020, by the way, identifying 202 target devices that made 4,242 unique Dropbox visits in Maricopa County. Maybe they're just big Jackie Robinson fans, like Tim Anderson. In Yuma County, the study found 1,435 unique Dropbox visits by 41 target devices based on cell phone signals or pings. Let's not get too technical here, kids. Engelbrecht said a geofence is around every Dropbox to provide a digital coordinate set. I'm sure that's the only place that they were tracking you, right? And measure how many times a device passed through the geofence. Measurements are precise to within a meter of contact with a ballot box. Well, that'd be pretty important because I don't think people were out there just trying to frisbee ballots into the drop box. So I'd imagine they were a little bit closer than a meter. So, the federal government uses the same tracking technology. That's a big old red flag, okay? Its accuracy is nearly perfect. Akin to wearing an ankle bracelet. Sweet, I guess. Which is actually what old lady Fuentes might be wearing here post June 30th. Friends, it's happening on all of our phones, which is attached to us at almost all times. No, I leave my phone at home whenever I go outside. It's here. It knows exactly where I live, but they knew that because I don't know, had to sign up to get the goddamn thing. Suffice for this purpose and for this time to say the outlier set was so extreme that this warrants serious consideration, one that we hope this body before us will consider. Oh, behave. Philip said that web of cell phone signals is so significant. Your phone is sending regular pings. This is how it all comes together. He added that it cannot be overstated, not that what we know about what the New York Times did. Oh, okay. In a series of articles on geofencing to say that we got 50 billion pings and make all these erroneous assumptions. We decided to go in on the methodology that uses ad data embedded in all of your phones. This is your digital DNA that is captured. If there was a subversion of the electoral process, it would show up at the drop boxes. We believe that, to prove it, geospatial data would be something to focus on. We resolved to, look at the ways to prove this. Interesting. True the Vote is investigating alleged 2020 ballot harvesting in Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania electoral jurisdictions as well. Ooh, I would love to see the results out there, especially Michigan, because there's been a lot of discovery into Wisconsin as well. And Pennsylvania, okay, they've been stumping for that for a long time. So the more you know, that'd be great. Engelbrecht said inaccurate voter rolls provided a gateway to all of your problems. Yeah, no, exactly. And where did they have voter roll problems? Georgia. Well, not anymore. Long after all the elections happened. Brad Raffensperger, he made sure to take care of that. Long after the fact, he had some phone calls to record. Michigan, yeah, same thing. And Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. But I need not be redundant. Should take a look at Nevada as well, because I still remember. So do you. Engelbrecht, yes, continued to say that issues are more likely to occur at ballot drop boxes because they are not well regulated. Yeah, exactly. There should be one specific day. Elections were supposed to be conducted on one day, okay? Not drug out over the course of months with early voting, mail-in voting, okay, remote voting. It should be a return to specific instances that are needed, okay, for overseas personnel, okay, overseas military personnel. Those should be the only people who should be mailing in their ballots, okay? Everybody else, if you can't be asked to turn up on election day, I don't need your input when it comes to important issues such as this, okay? You can't make the time for that, get fucked. The Vote recommends Arizona lawmakers commit to clean voter rolls using real-time technology. Yeah, exactly. Everything else is progress. Why can't we just figure out who's living in your fucking jurisdiction, okay, in real time? How about that? Or at very least, drop boxes should be secure with video surveillance technology. Yeah, no, exactly. Why not both? Why not both? Finally, lawmakers should make the penalty for ballot running something cheaters will fear, said Engelbrecht, who views the 2020 election as very fun things that I think YouTube would find objectionable. The exploitation targets the most vulnerable communities. This is voter abuse. Yeah, the most vulnerable communities, like cemeteries. This is not about Republicans or Democrats. It's about securing the vote. Yes, very much so, because all elections, every single one of them, should be transparent and open and honest. And more importantly than that, just secure. Okay, you want to know that the will of the people is being enforced and echoed in their elected representatives. Okay, because you know what? If people are popular, they should get elected. If they have good policies, if they resonate with their constituents, they deserve to be elected. Okay, even if I don't personally agree with them, if it's the will of the people that's out there, that's fine. Better luck next time. Nobody complains, at least they shouldn't, if they're acting in good faith, okay? In a contest where all the rules are fair and agreed upon beforehand, okay? You come back next time. If you lose, you come back better, okay? And that's what's happening right here. They're realizing that there were some problems beforehand in previous elections, and now they're just trying to plug it up. So if you're trying to be out there just stumping, this is going to target our marginalized communities, you're retarded. That's what you're exploiting. Once again, it's another instance of projection, okay? Republicans think that the minorities, their voice doesn't matter because you guys want voter ID laws, and that's racist. No, at the same time, you guys are the same party that thinks that minorities are too stupid to get a driver's license or just basic fucking voter ID or just identification, which all of them have, by the way. It's not an instance. It's racism through low expectations. That's the modern Democratic Party. If they're not dressing up in drag, they're expressing the bigotry of low expectations. Let's hope that they find some more things in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, because what they've been finding here in Arizona is pretty fucking damning, okay? And we need to plug this up before November, and then definitely in a couple of years' time, because the spurgeoning then, it's going to be pretty rampant, and I don't think the coof and fucking monkeypox is going to be enough to stop you. They're going to be a reckoning, so some people aren't forgetting what's been going on, okay? They've been paying the price, and it's time to pay the piper. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. Why don't you follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.